Yo, guys, I hope you're well. The law is an ass. That is an expression that means the legal system or a specific law is wrong or needs to be changed. And that was expressed in Oliver Twist, written by Charles Dickens all those years ago. And it's as relevant now as it was then. The law is an ass, an idiot. So, guys, former BBC presenter Huw Edwards has been handed a 6-month suspended prison sentence after admitting accessing, let's call them images, as I do not wish to give YT even more ammunition to shadow ban me. Yes, it is, people, it is. And this sentence has been suspended for 2 years. Guys, I don't want to focus too much on Huw Edwards and his particular individual situation, but in the summing up and the judgment of his and many cases like this makes my blood boil. I'm going to read out the summing up from the KC, and that was Mariah Carrascos, and this person is from the Church Court Chambers, and Mariah Carrascos summed it up as follows. Whilst protecting the public is of course one of the paramount sentencing considerations, as well as the appropriate punishment of the offender, the court must also look at whether there are realistic prospects of rehabilitation. A sentence of imprisonment is only imposed when there is no other option. Remember that, guys. A sentence of imprisonment is imposed where there is no other option. The courts will have considered whether Edwards had a history of similar or repeat offending and whether he poses a risk of similar behaviour in the future. Balanced with this are mitigating factors such as remorse, lack of previous convictions, and Edwards' own evident mental health struggles. And she continues, prison overcrowding is also a factor the court must now take into account, given recent concerns over capacity. It is important to note that a guilty plea at the first hearing results in 1/3 reduction in any sentence imposed. So guys, in my eyes, this is so wrong, evil and wicked, and shows that we do have a 2-tier approach to every single thing in this country. The law really does seem to view those in our society with different eyes. And this must seem like a smack in the face to those who have been arrested, charged, sentenced and imprisoned for sharing, posting or retweeting online messages or memes during the riots. And remember, guys, a lot of these people before this aberration had an unblemished character and no previous criminal record. So guys, where was the consideration and concern in those cases? Were they given a chance to admit remorse? Was their lack of any previous convictions even considered? Was the state of their own mental health assessed or taken into consideration? No, I don't think so. From what I can see, they were all treated exactly the same without any mitigations. Arrested and hauled before the beak for guaranteed custodial sentences under the guidance of Starmer and his zero tolerance attack on free speech. They were just hauled out of their homes and thrown into jail without even considering their own individual cases and weighing up whether or not it was in the public's best interest to just caution them and to warn them of their own future conduct and spare them jail and spare them their futures being ruined. This law, or the interpretation of the law, is a complete ass, and it needs to be looked at urgently. How can it allow predatory people to go scot-free and to roam the land seeking out their next victims, who will be damaged for all the days of their lives? The tariffs for these two crimes seem to be totally way off beam in comparison, and hopefully our MPs will take up the mantle in the Commons to put matters right. And it's up to each and every one of us to lobby our MPs to assess the situation of the rioters and to assess the situation of people in such cases as this that I'm commenting on, and to say to our MPs, this cannot be right. You need to stand up and you need to make things right. So guys, suspended sentences versus guaranteed jail time, where there is little to no proof that anyone was actually harmed from the tweet or the meme, as opposed to the incalculable damage done to every single child portrayed in each photograph. This world is turned upside down on its head, and those in power do not seem to have a clue into how to govern it correctly. The common sense majority know which of these two types of offenders is more likely to be a danger to the public, and who is more likely to reoffend, and just who they would prefer to be in jail and off of our streets. Who would you wish to be in jail given the choice, out of someone who posted a comment or a meme online, or someone who is accessing this type of material online? Guys, let me know. I wonder. I really do. So children's charities such as the NSPCC and Bernardo's have commented on how much damage these people and their crimes do to their victims. These young children are being robbed of their innocence. This is no innocent and harmless crime, as those affected and coerced are actually victims of modern day slavery. The safety of our children must be first and above all others. The law needs to be changed. This is an offence before the eyes of God, and these politicians and lawmakers need to take notice, as we will not forgive and we will never forget. Guys, let me know down here in the comment section your thoughts on the judgment yesterday that allowed someone in, we won't mention his name again, that position to get a suspended jail sentence, where anyone who posted, tweeted, retweeted or did anything online that involved the riots was summarily banged up, put in jail, and as Keir Starmer said, justice was served. Has justice been served in this case, people? And has justice been served in cases just like this case? Guys, do we need to let our MPs know that we are no longer going to take this lying down? We need to tell our MPs to stand up for us. Our MPs are meant to serve us. These people are doing an absolute damage, which will take years and years and years to mend for these young children who are victims of this damage. I can't say too much more about what I want to say, people, because I know that YT algorithm and everything else is just going to jump down on me and beat me up, etc, etc. But guys, let me know down here in the comment section what you think. Do you think justice was served yesterday? Do you think a suspended prison sentence was the right outcome? Do you think that the rioters have been given a raw deal? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Not the rioters, sorry. Do you think that those who were arrested and jailed for retweeting a meme or posting something online in a moment of absolute madness have been treated in an equal and just fashion as someone who is accessing material which is illegal online? Guys, let me know down here in the comment section. I'm not going to say too much more on that. Just let me know. At the moment, my blood is boiling. I'm not going to go too much into the specifics of the individual case, but cases like that, do they need to be looked at differently? And do we need to rethink this law? Guys, in my opinion, the law is an ass. And Charles Dickens got it absolutely correct when he said that. The law is an idiot and it really needs to be reviewed and it needs to be changed and we need to do something about it. Anyway, guys, make sure you look after yourselves, you look after each other, and please make certain that you come back to the next Urban Bars reaction, guys.